phone that's at 100%. Did one of the buses not come? One of the buses not come today? Came a little later than usual.
I was with these guys.
Oh, okay.
They probably want to be out here in these weather, in this weather hot.
Well, it's not raining today.
It's cold. So is that on?
I think I might be an alien.
Yeah, well, back on your shelf.
I'm not human. Because,
No people that go around with you.
yeah, see, I'm not a human. I don't get cold.
You're an alien? Okay.
Apparently. I mean, I have cold. I could literally, like, sleep outside if I could. Yeah. I'm just, maybe I should live in Alaska. Yeah, I might need to use this.
But up there it gets even colder than you might think.
I know. But in California, it's not cold at all.
Oh man. Definitely, dude. I like walk outside in the morning. Guess how cold it was?
Too.
It was 13 degrees.
God.
Whoa.
Fahrenheit?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Then why wasn't my pool frozen?
I had no
Maybe
idea.
it was, I didn't look. That happened one time before, the pool had frozen over.
Yeah, no, it was crazy. I'm just like, you could see it right hard. It was crazy.
Thank you for signing into the Wi-Fi one. You know how there was a white elephant? It was actually a gray elephant.
Oh yeah, no. My bus
Wait,
driver
what?
this morning, the 23 bus driver, was big, hard.
What did he say?
He was running. I asked about the sticker that Andrew has on this. He goes, "Is there a sticker?" I was like, "No." And he goes, "Well, where's the sticker?" And I was like, "My principal told my teacher I didn't need it." He goes, "Well, that's wrong."
Well, if you have the one from last year, then it has a sticker. But the one this year doesn't have it for some reason.
Yeah. That's why I'm always nervous to go after Andrew and just like watch it and ask me, "Where's my sticker?"
Well, according
Now
to
that I'm
Thank
getting
you,
an earlier
Andrew,
bus.
for getting me not getting on the bus.
well, according to their terms and conditions, it doesn't require the sticker. It just requires the
Like,
ID.
just the thing, yeah.
But some of the drivers don't know that.
Yeah, no, I tried asking for his name and he's just like, "Well, why do I have to give it to you?" It's like, you know what? Whatever. He still let me on the
Next
bus.
time, just call
but-
for a supervisor.
Your bus driver?
And I did, and I still got the same answer.
Your bus driver's not letting you on?
It was a dick hard. Yeah.
My bus drivers aren't like that.
Google Classroom. Sometimes.
So
Journal prompts.
that's what my morning was like.
Yeah, me and Andrew came on the really early bus, and Stefan got here even earlier than us. And
Yeah, because my dad took me.
pretty much.
A bus driver this morning was not fun.
I think that they should tell you their name because, I mean, I think it's like
I
thought they had to.
Didn't. No. According to him, they didn't.
Wow.
I'm pretty sure you just didn't want to get in trouble. I mean, they're supposed to wear a name tag anyway. It's supposed to say their name, so.
You know, he might just be prejudiced against students.
Oh,
And he
that.
didn't have his
Right,
name
right.
tag on neither.
Exactly. Just
Wow.
in case he got into like a scuffle, he didn't want to give them their name because he knew that they could just tell his superiors. So he was prepared for that. None of my bus drivers are like
And
that
that
though.
probably was specifically why, is so he could just be mean to
Wait a minute.
like Tyler's.
What?
He was prejudiced against students.
Well, that's what it seems like. Like, he has no reason not to let you on the bus. And, like,
Well,
force
I
you to
mean,
go.
here's the crazy part is that he did. He still let me on the bus, but he gave me that, and then I'm
He
not
gave
sure
you
what
sass.
happened with Devin.
He
Because I was listening.
he yelled
to
at
music.
Devin?
I don't know,
Devin, did
Because
the
I
bus
had
driver
music.
yell at you?
but he sure got on me about it though.
Yeah.
Hmm.
You know, like here's the thing is that me, I can take it, but I feel more bad for Devin than myself.
This is kind of creepy. I just went on my journal prompt and Yvonne's already on there. Yeah, that's funny.
What? Yeah.
No, Tyler, it was bad. So, on yesterday, the 23 that we got on smelled so bad.
Oh man.
It smelled so bad, and Sam made fun of me hard because of it, because I had to stay on the longest.
Oh man.
I have to ride all the way until pretty much where they take a break, which is at the Sunrise Mall.
Yeah.
And I have to suffer through the entire time of that.
Oh man.
Stinkiness. I get off, I fall on my hands and my knees, and I just lay there and I'm like, just dying with my mask off. It was that bad. It was bad. That's a really gross part that happened yesterday.
Was it like? Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna go in detail about that, but.
And I smelled like shoes and like that bad of a fart.
Oh wow.
Yeah. It was bad. And I had to stick on there all the way until Sunrise Mall, which is where they take a break.
Well, that's where it begins. So that's where the bus begins.
Yeah. But yeah, no, it was bad. I was like, oh man, it was bad.
Uniforms, daily, define your disability part 2.
Disability part 2? Is it disability part 2?
I hope so.
Yes, that's what I got.
Oh, that's weird. I didn't get that.
It should be in the classroom.
It's in my emails from me, thankfully. So,
That's weird. Okay, I'll go check it.
Yeah, it's in Google Classroom and not classroom.
Yeah,
Are we
no,
doing that
that's
today?
weird because I didn't get an email back.
Whatever Sherry wants us to do.
I'm gonna keep my computer on like this just in case.
Yeah, usually that's what I do. Oh, there it is.
If you haven't
It
seen
just
that,
popped in.
the journal prompt is very Christmassy, so.
It's about to ask-
Christmas.
Yeah, this is
Is that asking you what we're doing for
I will tell you
Christmas?
what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna play Xbox. That's pretty much it. So that's all I'm gonna do for Christmas. I don't really do holidays. I like to work, and that's about it.
You're what's that strange little man.
What do you mean little? Excuse me?
It's a reference from Toy Story.
Do I look short to you?
No.
I'm almost your height, sir.
Yes, I know. It's a joke, Stefan. It's a reference from Toy Story.
I have feelings too, you know.
I know. I'm not saying you are short.
You-
It's just a joke. It's like
Do you wear a beanie in the summertime?
Yes.
it's like I don't know
What?
if you heard.
Is that a problem?
If it's over 100 degrees, you'll wear a beanie?
Yes.
You must get really sweaty then.
Nope, you think.
Yeah.
But I am.
No, this kid is a lizard.
Okay.
He can handle the hot and cold very well.
You would think,
He
but
can
I
handle
like
it
the
very
fire.
well.
It's nice. It's better
You
than
like the
cold.
fire?
Well, I like the heat is what I was trying to say.
I like the heat too.
Yeah,
They were
this-
asking me to wear a beanie during the summer, and I said yes to this because I do.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, no, like the joke with him is that I like to call him cold blood because he likes the heat very and he can handle it very well. Oh, guess who pulled the cord today on the bus? Jonathan did. He seems to like it a lot.
Good job, Jonathan.
Like when he pulls it, he just gives me this big old smile.
If I may ask real quick, how was your morning?
It was good. Got the kitchen clean. Well, I'm not very good at cleaning at night, so I prefer to get up in the morning early where I have more energy and get her done. So you can imagine it was quite a mess after everything I was making yesterday morning.
Oh.
Well, and the night before, so it's kind of like, oh, that's
Well,
scary.
that's good.
Hey, does anyone happen to remember? I cannot find the behavioral thing, this chart I had for the students not in here. I can't find it, and I gotta bring them their stuff tomorrow, and you may remember, cause I was saying so-and-so and so-and-so had second, and da-da, does anyone remember that?
Do you mean
The daily recognition for the month?
trying to remember.
I have mine, but I don't have anyone else's.
I just remember, and we were talking about one day, and so I didn't know if any of you might have remembered when they said about the other students, 'cause I just been tearing across my desk.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. I think you said Clad was second. Is that what we're?
Yeah, I'm trying to get Clyde, Jordan, Eleanor, and
Royce.
Royce, yeah.
I think you said Clad was second. So.
Okay. What I
Um,
can do is I can look at all their charts again. I mean, just, it's looking at 4 weeks of them compared to, I had it on a nice little piece of paper. Okay, so how many of you saw the journal prompts?
I saw it. It's very
Apparently they're
Christmas.
Christmas related.
Mm-hmm.
I
I'm
didn't
gonna
look
try
at it, but I saw it was there. so
I'm gonna
I'll
try
do
my
it.
best to answer them. Should be easy though.
Should be pretty easy. Use your imagination a little bit, right?
Is it?
Yes.
Is it asking you what we're doing for Christmas?
No.
Oh.
Can you read them?
Yeah. Pretend that you can choose one gift that will be given to every child in the world. What would
Oh,
the gift
oh,
would
I
you
can
choose
answer that.
and why?
And why would you choose it? And then what's the second one?
Pretend you are one of Santa's elves. Write a journal entry about your day.
That
Could you
one's gonna
imagine
be a
that
bit-
though? I would feel like I'm Buddy because I'm like 6 foot, so I'm just like running around as a
That's
6
why you
foot
like
elf.
elf, huh?
Well, partially.
Question.
Yeah.
Can I put, so Missy Juan showed me how to do this, can I cap the actual question? That way, when I write my answer, you can tell which is which?
Of course.
I just wanted to ask Grace.
Okay, and then what was the other thing I assigned?
The,
Disability.
yeah, the disability thing.
Yes, Andrew.
For me, the second part of the journal prompt is pretty easy since I already have a good idea on what to write
Good.
down.
I was trying to make it a little bit fun, and that was Yvonne saying, make it fun. So it's like, okay, I'll make it fun. No matter what, writing is writing, right?
Yeah.
It's not necessarily our subject of project search, but it is improving writing and making you think, right? That's why they're called open-ended journal prompts, because you can't answer with a yes or a no, right? You gotta get creative. And then the other thing is that, part 2 of disabilities.
Mm-hmm.
So I wanna explain, can you come with us for a few? I know I'm a couple minutes early. Oh,
You might wanna sit over there, but.
but then no, they're this way. You need
Oh,
to-
never mind.
You need to move over. Sorry. Not, you got all three of them in a row. And you're sitting right behind Jonathan. He's like, okay, well, I'm the one that moved. How's that working out?
Let's be, he's almost, like, no offense to Fawn, but he's almost always one that moves.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
like I did, and then at one point I'm just like, whatever, and there's no chair here.
Okay, so I wanna talk to you about Wednesdays. So Wednesdays are supposed to be what they call asynchronous learning. That means you're completing assignments on your own at home. I was trying to give you extra help on Wednesdays, right, but especially for this one, that's not gonna happen, cause they're gonna have their holiday time tomorrow. So it doesn't mean when you don't have to go online tomorrow that you have no homework. I mean, look each one in the eyeball.
That applies
Okay.
to me definitely.
Every
'cause
one
we
of
do-
you, okay?
We do not wanna
These are 3 assignments and they're due Friday.
Okay.
I'm gonna give you some time to work on in class, but I'm also gonna do something else with you in class. So this
Okay.
won't be homework. When we did that pre and post test, cause I really wanna get the budgeting started. When we get back, we'll definitely have budgeting and DMV laid out, okay? But I have been trying to start budgeting, and some people had some difficulty on this pre-post test. In fact, a lot of people did. So we're gonna do it together, okay?
I do have a quick question about the uniform. So you want us to start wearing it after Christmas break, correct?
I'm okay when we're in the classroom if you don't want to wear it.
Okay. Because I'm kind of like wearing casual dress for now, but I wanna make sure that I'm like ready for when you do want us to wear
Yeah,
the
and
uniform.
I like you to wear a uniform. The main reason I had you do it in Zoom is because it made you sit up taller and be more professional just by having it on. It did.
Mhm.
I don't think any of you would have gotten as far if I let you just, roll out of bed and whatever you were wearing and come on, right? Because we really had to learn that professionalism and the grooming and all that stuff. But you're all doing well at that. So I'm okay if you want to be and a lot of you like wearing. I see your jackets. I heard yours is too small. Did you bring it?
Yes, I did.
Okay, so I'm gonna need that. I've never tried to return, so sure that's gonna be a long process, but I'll try to figure it out. Okay, but make sure you bring it into my office so I have it. Oops, sorry, this is 2-pager. Didn't staple them because I wasn't thinking that far, I guess. Okay, so you've all seen this, you've all done parts of it, but we're gonna do it together. Okay? Like a lot of people got stuck on the writing the check. I think you did it.
Yeah, I did it.
Yeah. But you had this last year, so it gave you a little step up on.
Well, I kinda know how to write a check. Never done it before though.
Well, we don't write as many checks these days, do we?
Yeah.
I would like to write them more because my poor landlord, I have this new bank. And I sent rent on the 29th and he still has not got his rent. We're halfway through the month exactly today and my landlord has no rent. So I think I'm just gonna start writing a check and paying it myself instead of doing it through my bill pay in my bank. Cause I'm like, I'm so sorry, I don't know what to do. I mean, they took the money out, but they haven't given it to you. So things like that, there's a couple things I just prefer to pay myself and write checks for. Other than that, I use my checking account, and there's a bill pay system, and you just set up, all the bills you pay, and then you let them know what day you want to, God, I just can't do this without looking. Okay, here,
Today is the 14th, correct?
15. Oh,
I have a suggestion for that.
of course you do.
I was
Oh, sure you do.
Of course.
So, when mom usually does, she'll have like a little, bowl with water in it.
Yeah.
She'll.
Well, it was one piece and it was mine, so it really wasn't worth the water, but yeah, so there's also a little thing you can put on your finger that
Yeah.
helps you sort papers, and when I'm doing like major sorting, I do that, but it was just a paper. So it didn't seem worthy of going and getting paper and all that. Okay, 8:30 right on the spot, and as we're doing this, I can write down our schedule, okay? So, part of it's gonna be real easy, cause you got that part, right? So number one, you're putting an X in front of the items that are fixed expenses. Okay, come on, number one.
Um, Sherry, what do they mean by fixed?
That means it doesn't change, you have to pay it every month, and usually it's the same amount.
I was,
Yes,
I
Andrew?
think my penny from my backpack.
Uh-huh,
I will say rent is one.
yes, rent is a fixed expense. You don't pay your rent, they kick you out. Right? You gotta pay it every month.
Get the heck out of here.
I would also say loan payment.
Yeah, they don't change.
Does car payment count?
Does that go away?
Well,
Only if you pay it off,
Yeah.
right? So generally, if you have a car payment, you're gonna have it for a long time unless you like hit the lotto or something and pay it off.
And you're just like,
Or you buy a less expensive car that you're actually just paying in cash and you wouldn't have one. But if you do have a car payment, then yes, it's fixed.
Sorry,
You have a
this-
question, Devin?
Oh no, I just think that one of the is, I think insurance payment is one of them.
Yes, that's fixed. Okay, is eating out a fixed
no,
expense? Why?
because you don't really need to eat out, then it's not really important.
Well, it's more important to some people than others, but it's not fixed, right? You don't have to eat out.
yeah.
And even if you do eat out, do you always spend the same amount every month?
No,
No, because it can change, because for example, McDonald's and, whatever restaurant you want, there's a difference between the two, it's because McDonald's is fast food and this is actually like a diner thing.
Or maybe
So
you
this
went out
is-
at extra times, it was your friend's birthday, or, it's a holiday, so it can change how many times you eat out a month and where you eat.
Exactly,
And it's not required for life, right?
yes.
I mean, some of us might like to think a little different, but it's not required. Okay, how about gas for your car?
yes.
It does, it's not fixed, because
Okay.
the reason why is because, every, gas station's price is different and there are 3 types of gases.
Well, and because if you don't really drive it all in 1 month, then you wouldn't have to buy gas.
And what
That
if you
too.
couldn't afford to pay your rent, what's gonna go away? The rent or the gas for the car?
The rent,
You gotta pay rent, you need a roof over your head, right?
The
Yes.
gas for the car.
Yeah, you might have to go, dang, I don't have enough money for gas in my car this month, so I guess I'm hopping on the bus,
Yeah.
right? But you still have to pay your car payment,
Yes.
Yeah.
okay, but it is one of those things, same with eating out, you'd be like, oh, I'm really stretched, I got this extra bill I wasn't expecting, what can I not buy? What can I not pay for, right?
Fast food.
Yeah, you cannot pay to eat out, you cannot pay gas for your car, you just can't drive it if you don't have any gas, right? But nothing's gonna happen to your car, it's still your car as long as you're paying the payment, yes?
if I may say, clothes is also not one, because while clothes are important, you know, you don't need like new clothes all the time, so clothes isn't one either.
True, you do have have to have something to cover your body, right?
Yes,
But pretty much if we all have something like that, we might really want that new sweater, or that new pair of jeans, but honestly, we have something to put on ourselves, right?
we
And going to
don't
the
need it.
thrift shop is cheaper.
Or go to the thrift shop, right? That's another way of doing it.
Yeah.
Okay, how about buying presents?
Nope,
It's not
Depends on what you
fixed.
buy.
Not fixed, right? It can vary. I mean, like,
it's nice
I
to get
spend a
presents.
whole lot more in December, right, for example, on presents than I spend other times of the year. So I know my December budget, you know, a lot of times I'm having to save from November to get enough to know that Christmas is coming, right?
Yeah.
Cause that technically is usually a very expensive holiday, especially like if you're a parent, it's expensive. So, that's something I have to justify for, like, I might have told you all before, I pay $200 extra on my rent every month. And the reason I do that is teachers have 1 month a year where we don't get paid. But it comes out to exactly 1 month of rent if I just pay $200 extra all year. So then I don't have to worry about rent on that month I don't get paid, because that's most everyone's biggest bill, right? So by doing that 200 extra, I'm like, whew, that's paid, don't have to worry about that. So, I think that's really saved me, I've only done that for a couple years now, but you know, it's your biggest bill and you're not getting a paycheck, it can be stressful. So I don't have that stress anymore by doing that. Okay, so we're all good on the first one?
Yep.
Alright, number 2, circle the correct answer. And let's not answer out loud right now, cause then we can go through and grade it, okay? So a credit or a debit card takes money directly from your checking or savings account. Just don't answer right now. Answer them on paper, but don't answer them out loud. And then we can go over it. Okay, cause remember, this is a pre-test, and I wanna see the difference after we do this unit of how much more you know. So if I tell you everything, then they'll both be the same. Okay? So number 2, and you can go on if you want. A credit or debit card is used to make purchases and pay later. Come on, don't just stare at the paper, okay? Jonathan, you need to start producing more work rather than sharpening a pencil and writing your name real big, right? Okay, so it's a credit card or a debit card that takes money right out of your bank. Okay, so then your next one says is a credit or debit card is used to make purchases and pay later. Okay, and then we have, when you put money in the bank, it is called a balance or a deposit. If you're putting money in to your bank, it's called, Jonathan, look at me and tell me what one you think. If you're putting money in the bank, is that called a balance or a deposit? Nope. Okay, it's a deposit. Okay, the amount you have in your checking account is called the balance or the deposit. So it's the money you have in there, you didn't just put anything in, you're just looking at it to see how much money is in your account, and that's called your, okay. Alright, when you take money out of the bank, it's called an overdraft or a withdrawal. So well, we'll go through them, okay? The bank sends you a list of your checks each month. This is called your bank register or your bank statement. A plan for spending your money is called a statement or a budget. Bills you have paid are called income or expenses. So if you're paying bills, Jonathan, is that income, is that money you get? Or is it expenses that you have to pay? Okay, money you receive is called your income or your expenses. And I always think this one's funny, but someone actually answered the other one, maybe because they wanted to be funny. ATM stands for automate, I think that was you, wasn't it?
Anyway,
That circled anyone taking money?
no.
Okay, well, one of you did.
remember
Automated
that
teller machine or anyone taking money?
Or my first name.
I'm gonna be honest, I was
middle name.
confused. I did answer it just now, and, do you want me to tell you my answer?
Oh, you were the one that did it, go ahead.
I put anyone taking money.
Why?
If I'm being honest, from what my dad told me, ATM machines are supposed to give you money. So I assume that's what they are supposed to be for.
Well, it's an automated teller machine, not just anyone can walk up to an ATM and take money,
Yeah.
right? You have to have an account, and you put your card in from your
Yeah.
account, and you enter the numbers you have to enter, and then you get the money out.
Like a pin and stuff.
Go ahead.
Especially for my, for from my initial to ATM.
That's kinda cool. Okay. Alright, so let's go over this. Number one is,
Credit.
no.
Darn it.
No, credit card is where you pay later.
It is what I have, it is a debit card.
Yes. Debit means you're taking money out.
When you get a bank account, they give you a debit card
Mm-hmm.
sometimes.
That's what you just got, is a debit card.
Okay.
Okay. Number two, a credit or debit card is used to make purchases and pay later. Devin?
I put debit.
No. Credit. So credit means you're charging something. So they're not actually taking the money out of your account, but they're gonna send you a bill for that credit card, right? And they're gonna charge you interest. So it always costs more money to use a credit card because they charge you interest every month.
But they're good to have for emergency
Yeah,
situations.
they're good to have for emergencies, but you wanna be careful, because debit is just your money that's in the bank that you're taking out and using, okay?
Yeah.
Credit means you're charging something,
And
okay?
you're borrowing the money.
You're borrowing it and you're paying interest for it, and when you first get new credit cards, it's like 29.9 is a pretty average, rate, which means almost 1/3 of the money that you borrow, you're paying back extra. So you wanna be careful with credit. It's good to have credit, and it's good to have open balances, but you don't wanna extend your credit, okay? Cause then it makes your credit score go down, which makes it harder to, you know, move into place, buy a car, things like that, if you don't have a good credit number. Okay, it's good to show you have open balances, right? It's like, cool, I opened this, I bought one thing, I paid it back at the end of the month, but now I'm sitting there with like 2,000 in open credit, and it makes you look better to lenders. It's like, oh, okay. Alright. The amount, when you put money inside a bank, it's called a, what's fun?
Deposits.
No. Yes, yes, sorry. It's a deposit. I was reading the wrong one, alright.
Sherry.
I know, alright, number 4 is to you. The amount you have in your checking account, Nathan, is called,
A balance.
yes. Everybody get that for number 4?
Yep.
Okay. Number 5, Andrew, when you take money out of the bank, it's called an overdraft or withdrawal. Okay,
Withdrawal.
don't be moving on. I want you to pay attention, listen, learn, and write down your answers, okay? Jonathan, you're not at a stage where you can move on to second page. Okay? I want you to really listen, follow along, and try to mark the right answers, okay? Alright, if not, you get me beside you all day, and nobody wants that. Okay,
I already said withdrawal.
what's that?
I already said withdrawal.
4,
Number 5.
okay, withdraw. So you're taking money out, so you're withdrawing it. Number 6, the bank sends you a list of your checks each month. This is called your bank register or your bank statement. Go ahead, Nathan.
Statement.
Yes. Okay, so you, no cussing, just change the answer.
I didn't cuss.
Oh, I thought I heard the D word. No?
That was my eraser you heard, I think.
No, I
That's-
heard a word.
It wasn't from me.
Okay. Alright, so we on 7?
Yep.
A plan for spending your money is called a statement or a budget. Yes, Stefan?
It is a budget.
Yes. Learning to budget your money, right? We're gonna be doing a whole lot of that.
Like, I remember what we did last year with the beans on the paper and,
We're gonna do all that.
yeah,
Okay.
I enjoyed that, yeah.
Beans.
Good. Yeah, I really like teaching budgeting because you're moving, you're doing things, you're learning things.
Yeah.
It's not boring. At least I don't think budgeting is boring. I really like budgeting
Yeah, I
myself.
enjoyed it.
Okay. Bills you have to pay are called income or expenses. Jonathan? Yes, exactly, expenses. Because income is money coming in, and expenses is money you're paying out, okay? So
Whoa.
money you receive is called your income or expenses. Devin?
Income.
Yes, that's the money, that's your paycheck, okay?
Oh my goodness, that was crazy.
What?
I kinda guessed on it too, but I guess
got
I
it
got
right?
it correct, yeah.
Good. Okay, and the last one, Stefan, is automated teller machine,
Mm-hmm.
okay?
I'm sorry again.
That was kind of funny, but I figured you had to be doing it for laughs.
No,
Alright.
that's not why. I legit thought it was because I.
Alright, so this one is you just bought me a birthday present. And you're gonna make the check out to J.C. Penney's for $43.56. Thanks very much. So some people are having a hard time with the check, so I'm gonna draw this up here,
Yeah,
okay?
it is kinda complicated because.
Yeah.
And I did checks like multiple times and all up, so.
Oh yeah, you guys do that budgeting there. Why do you think it's complicated?
Well, because the part where you have to write out the whole numbers, and then you put the cents over 100 and then the line.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's kinda complicated.
Alright, I'm gonna try and write this big because you can't write real small.
I can
One of
write
these.
extremely tiny if I have to.
Well, I mean, but I want you all to be able to see what I did.
Take your time.
Okay, so I'm just gonna try and draw everything in this up here.
Are we gonna copy it?
Well, hold on a minute, let me just get this drawn and we'll go over what you're supposed to do.
Okay.
If you have an older check from the 1900s, it'll say 19 instead of 20.
Yeah. I hardly use them, and because my bank just changed, they sent me new ones. Cause I've lived at my house for like 7 years, and it's an address before that. I've lived there 7 or 8 years, and it's from my house before. So now they got my new one, it's finally my address. Okay, to the order of. Okay, so this got a little bit small, so this is who you're gonna pay it to. And this is gonna be the dollar amount you're paying. And then like Tyler said, you're gonna write out that, you're gonna write out that dollar amount down here.
Hmm?
And it says dollars.
Pen. But, this is practice, so pens are might be a bad idea.
I would use a pencil. This one
Whatever you prefer, but yes, if you're practicing, a pencil's probably better.
But in
than
real
a
life, you
pen.
do use a pen to fill it out.
And this is our bank, right? This is gonna be our bank when we get back. We're the Project Search Banking Plus. I'm just gonna put PS.
Is it a credit union?
It's a, I don't know,
Project
do we
Search
want it to be?
Banking.
Wait, what is it?
I'm joking.
Project Search Banking
It
Plus.
Plus.
So when you get back, right, we
Project
talked
Search
about,
Credit Union.
you're gonna come and you're gonna open like a pretend account with me.
Yeah.
And then every month you're gonna get paychecks based on how many hours you were here. And then you're gonna pay your bills. And so it'll be a pretty cool thing. And so I wanted to get Email Mentor out of there before we started this, right? Cause they're both things that, you know, they take a
A
few
lot of
times a
time.
week of, yeah, they take time for sure. Okay, and then it says for. Okay, and then there's another line here. And then this is your check number. This just comes on your check, you don't have to make this up or.
And it also has your routing number and all that stuff too.
Mm-hmm.
I still can get over the fact that
You just
how
don't wanna
orange
say
it was the
it,
picture that I'm like so.
Oh, yeah.
For sure, we don't want it to be
Pretty funny.
Okay,
Address.
so, who can tell me what goes up here?
Address.
Yes. Whose
And your
address?
name.
The people you're paying it to or yours?
Yours.
Yes. Okay, so your address goes up there,
And close to where your name would be.
and your name, yes. So you got your name and your address. Jonathan, you know how to write your name,
Yeah.
right? So that top line, this very top line should have your name on it at minimum, okay? Okay. Good.
Is this good?
Yeah, perfect. Okay, what goes up here, Devin?
Today's day?
Yes, the date that you're writing the check, right? So if it's today, it's gonna say December 15th, 20.
20.
Mhm.
Yes.
Okay, December 15th, 2020.
Okay.
And you can do it in abbreviations because, I mean, in numbers, because it doesn't take as much room. So I would not write it out. I would put 12-15, and I'd probably put another one, 2020.
What's the last line for?
Well, let's go through it together, shall we?
Okay, because I put my name and my address.
Oh, some people, well, because you didn't put your city, state, or zip.
Oh.
Okay? Alright, so pay to the order of, who's this check going to?
J.C. Penney.
That's right. You're buying me a present, but you're not writing me the check, right? You're writing the check to J.C. Penney. J.C. Penney, I always forget there's an E there now.
J.C.
Yes,
Penney.
it is. Okay. So address, I'll just put that right here.
And
Oh,
where
and
the,
name.
and where the dollar sign is, we put the amount in numbers, correct?
Hold on. Name. Address. Okay, so, JCPenney, what's the amount for?
$43.56.
So you're right, that's where you write it in numbers, okay? So you're gonna write your 43 dot, right? We gotta always remember our decimal point. What happens if you don't put the decimal point in? How much does that look like?
$4,356.
So do you wanna pay JCPenney's $4,356 for my present?
That was expensive.
Yeah, you wanna make sure you use your decimal point.
Can you put a line after it so that they can't change the number, I think?
Yeah, you can, I don't do that, but yeah, you can put a
I
little.
just noticed my grandma does that on her check.
Okay,
Wait,
So-
what?
you put a little line like that you're talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they can't change it. Okay, so someone that, let's see, I don't want you to tell me because I know you know.
Okay.
What goes right here?
The dollars and cents and words.
Yep. Okay, so you're gonna write it out now, you're gonna write 40. Okay, now I'm even giving you the words, Jonathan, so you can write them, okay? 43. And then I usually do a little and sign, and 56 over 100. Because that means it's 56 cents out of the dollar. Okay?
Do I write the numbers too?
Mhm.
Okay.
Is that how you do it?
Well, I
Yeah,
put
I just
tree.
kinda copy what my grandma does, she puts a line after it too, but
Oh, she puts a line
not
after it
everyone
too.
does that, I guess.
No.
I
Well,
put.
she's an accountant. She's way more,
Yeah,
you know, particular and careful about these things because that's what she does.
right.
Okay, so what was this for?
Birthday presents.
That's right. This was for a birthday present. I probably say birthday gift just because it's shorter. And there's kind of small lines you have to put things on. Then what goes here?
There again.
Your name.
Okay, and what's that called when you do it here?
Your signature.
Your signature. Okay, so if you write in cursive, that's where you want to write.
And luckily, I paid attention when I was in elementary school, I have to know a little bit of cursive.
Good. And if you don't know cursive, then you're just gonna have to write it. Okay?
I've been having a hard time learning cursive myself.
That's okay, then you can write your name, if you can't do cursive,
I
okay?
tried cursive, it did not work well
Just
for
try
me.
to make it unique to yourself.
You just try to do a signature, like Tony, you know, it's like they tried to teach him how to write an A for his name for over a decade. I'm like, get over the A, alright? He doesn't write, skip the A. I mean, how many years would you get frustrated if someone's trying to make you write an A for like 12 years?
Yes, probably.
It's like, move on, right? He knows how to sign his paycheck, and that's age appropriate, right?
Yeah.
And it's not like you can read his whole name, but it's definitely his signature, right? And his signature goes however long the line is, you know. Whatever, however he does it to the end. So sometimes when we're signing things and they give a long line, I just kind of hold my finger at a certain spot so that he will stop writing there, because he will go to the end no matter what. That's just how Tony does it. All right, everybody got that?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Do you have it, Jonathan? Good
Yeah.
job. You ready
Wait,
to erase
wait.
it?
Okay, never mind, I'm good. I thought I was missing the numbers on the bottom.
Alright, so that's how you write a check. Now, one part, I didn't even think you did this part, Tyler.
Yeah, I didn't really know what to do.
Okay, so this is a checkbook register. So I'm gonna put this up here too. Give myself enough room. I know it's crooked, but sorry. Just wanna spend all day making a great square. We got more to do than that. Okay, so this was like your, up here was your transaction, right? So like the name of your bank, the name of your check could go here, or if it was a deposit, you write deposit, okay? So, transaction type. I'm just gonna write transaction, okay? Slash check number. So if you just go to the bank and you get a withdrawal, you're not gonna write a check, right? But you still need to make sure that you're putting it in here to keep your money balance, yes?
I noticed that for a date of the 100 check. That
Oh,
was.
that's today, a lot of years ago.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's funny,
That's
okay?
funny.
So then we're gonna have the date,
Probably like 14 years ago.
the description of the transaction, so like what it's for, okay? I'm just writing B script, I'm running out of room quick. Okay?
Big time.
That's
May I
right,
go to
can
the
add-
bathroom, Miss Sherry?
Yes,
Thank you.
okay, and then so if it was a payment, it was a debit, right? That means you paid it. If it is a credit, that's a deposit, that means money, oops, that was great. That means you're putting the money in, okay? And then we're gonna keep going, one more. For the balance. Okay, so, on the first, you deposited your paycheck, okay? Oh, here, let me make some lines. You know, we're not gonna need any more of that than that. Okay, so, it's not a check number, right? Cause you just went in the bank, or you used your ATM, and you put your paycheck in your account, okay? So it's just DEP is for deposit. You can write the whole thing if you would like. But you learn in these small little writing ways to abbreviate, because sometimes you, really,
What?
your phone.
It's not a phone, it's a question. I was using this morning.
You and your gadgets, man. I want you to have a great 2 weeks off. I really do, okay? So you gotta work with me so I can give you those 3s, okay? I really do want you to have great time off, but I also want you to learn. Okay, so deposit, then you write the date on 12/1, but we can put 20 if you want.
Yeah, it was 2006.
And so what you did, yeah, is you deposited your paycheck. Okay? Because if you do a lot of these things throughout the month, like I do, my transactions are like this and another page and, you know, so you wanna be able to really remember where it came from and what it meant. Okay, so your deposit is now why does that seem like they wrote it the opposite way? Hold on a second. Depositing your, oh yeah, cause it's a credit, okay. So it's a credit because you're putting money in. So your paycheck was for $245.50. Oops, and we're just assuming that this is your first month of having one, so you don't have any balance from before this paycheck, okay? $245.50. So then how much do you have in your account altogether?
$245.50.
That's right, so it's gonna go over here too.
$245.50.
$245.50, that was your paycheck that you deposited. Okay? And then, your first check out of your checking account, that's number 100, which I believe they actually start on 101. But we're gonna say you got your check. You wrote a check, check number 100. Okay? And you wrote that on 12/15/20. Okay, and what you did there is you bought some shoes at Walmart. So you're gonna write your description. Walmart shoes. How much do the shoes cost?
$33.10.
So is that a debit or a credit?
I would say a debit card.
Mm-hmm, it's a debit because you're taking money out, okay?
Well, you could use your debit card to buy it.
Yes, you can. And you're gonna pay $33.10 for those shoes. So how do you think they got this number right here?
They
Mhm.
subtracted from the.
Yep.
balance.
So you had $245.50 in your bank, but you spent $33.10
So now you have $212.40.
left, right? But then you're also generous, you bought me this gift. Okay? So you bought it for me, well, you're a little late if you do it on 12/15 since my birthday was 12/10, but say you're getting me a late gift because we can't, I don't wanna write something for 12/10 up above the 12/15, okay?
That would be weird.
So, we are gonna call this, we're gonna call it, did you write a check?
Yeah. No way.
Or did you use your debit card?
Debit card.
So if you use your debit card, you're gonna write, what are you gonna write there? Birthday present?
Yes.
Okay, so let's write birthday gift,
Do I write it in the box below 100?
yes. 'Cause this is the entry you're adding, right? They already gave you these. Okay, so on 12/15/20, you bought me a gift, and where was that at?
Walmart.
JCPenney's.
JCPenney.
The date's gonna be kinda funny because, and this is 2006 and it's 2020 now, you waited 14 years to buy something with it.
I've been a teacher a long time, it's about time y'all bought me a gift. Just kidding.
Do
Yes,
I put 12/15/20?
yeah, we're just changing it to this year since this is actually today's date, it was just, these are written in '06. Okay, so how much did you write how much was my gift?
For
JCPenney's.
$43.56.
Is that a debit or a credit?
Credit?
What was Walmart shoes?
Never mind. Take that back. Debit.
Okay, so for $43.50, you did a debit,
I think it was a 56.
right? 43.56. Yeah. Okay, so how are you getting this number now? What'd you do here? This was the amount you had in your bank. You bought these shoes. What happened?
You subtracted.
Mm-hmm. So now you bought this gift, so you're gonna subtract that. So you're gonna take $212.40, you can use your calculators if you like, minus $43.56, cause that's what you just spent. Okay?
I'm gonna get one for you.
Go ahead.
I got the answer.
Okay, let's let them get their calculators.
Okay.
You have your calculator? Yep. Good. Okay, so you have $212.40. Thank you, I know that kills you, I'm proud of you though.
Yeah.
I know it kills you. Alright, $212.40. Take away my gift for $43.56.
Wait. Huh?
Use your decimal points, make sure it's clear when you start. Okay, if you don't use your decimal points, it'll never work.
Yeah, it'll never work. We're doomed.
So let me try it again. I think I did it wrong.
Is that yours?
Yeah.
Use a calculator.
I've never filled one of these out in real life, but maybe I should start doing that.
Well, it's nice to know where your money goes,
I
right?
got
Yeah.
one.
I mean, you can see something withdrawn from your account, and I don't remember spending that, right? But if you keep your register complete, you'll be able to look back and go, oh yeah, or I didn't spend that, I need to call my bank.
I got 100, no, 16, okay, yeah, $168.84. That's what I got.
Tyler, is that what you got?
Yeah.
Okay, everyone else get that? Get
Yeah.
that?
I got
That's-
1784.
Yeah, that's why you need to use the calculator and not just sit here doodling wrong numbers. Okay?
Yes.
Alright, so where are you gonna write this at? Where's that number gonna go?
About.
Exactly, okay? So you now have 168.84 in your account. That 4 is right there on the line, okay? Everyone understand that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Good, okay, was it a little easier doing it with us together?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Alright, so that's that. Alright, I do have to do some things in there. It doesn't mean it's time to play. Okay?
Do you mind if I work on this stuff here?
No, I do not mind. Andrew, we can start when I'm out here letting you use your computer. When I'm in there, sorry to say, you haven't got there yet, okay? Alright. Alright, so.
I kind of feel comfortable about it anyway, so.
Good, okay, so what I'd like you to do is work on your journal prompts and to work on your self-advocacy, I think that's what it's called, okay? So the more of those things you get done today, the less you have to do through the week. And because we're in person, I don't want you just to submit it, I want you to go over it with me first, or with John, okay? Just like we would do when you'd be working online, you'd be doing it with Yvonne or John, right? So don't just turn it into me. I want you to complete it the best you can, and then we'll work on it together, and then you could make your final draft, okay? Anybody need anything from me right now? Oh, and I'll write up your schedule. Okay, so right now it's 9:08.
Okay, my clock is faster.
I just always go by that one.
Yeah,
I know, and people wanna argue that with me all the time, because it's a couple minutes slow, but that's the one I see all the time, so when I'm telling you times, I'm going by that one, okay?
Okay.
Alright?
That's understandable.
So it's hard to set that clock on the right time.
It is, and it's, it's just the one I always see, and when I walk back in, that's what I see, and
Yeah.
so, sorry, for me, that's why I'm doing it. Okay,
Can we use our phone for spelling? Or
Yes.
no?
but yeah, it's just if I catch you doing other things on them, like playing games or texting friends and stuff, that's when I go, whoa, can't do that, except on your breaks, okay? So 9:10, what should we call this? Study?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, and everyone has the 3 assignments?
Yep, I do.
Oops. Come on, Sherry. Feels like it should be Friday already and we're so far away. Okay, and then, at what, 10:10, take a break?
Yeah.
That work? Give you 1 hour of working?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
Not counting tomorrow, we only have 2 more days until our 2
Not
week.
count today or tomorrow. It's only 2 days, yes.
Is it just me or is it crazy that Christmas is in like 2 weeks?
It goes quick.
Is it? Oh. Let's see.
Well,
Okay, so you're gonna study at 10:20.
Yeah.
And then you're gonna have your lunch at 11:30. And then at 12 o'clock, no, oops, 12 o'clock, not 12:10. Come on, baby. 12 o'clock evals, right?
Yep.
Still not out of here. And y'all gotta stop packing up when it's time for our class wrap up discussion, okay? Okay? I see y'all doing it and it's frustrating. Class gets out at 12:30 and I've been letting you out 3 to 5 minutes early every day anyway, right? So that's when you would be grabbing your stuff and not when we're all sitting here trying to talk, okay? 12:10, class discussion. Yeah, I got that work, okay. 12:30, dismissed. Get out of here. Here, you want me to write your words? 12:30, get out of here.
Oh, Jonathan seems very happy about that. He's like, yeah.
Well, you know, the thing is, he likes to come. But then as soon as he gets here, he wants to leave. Is that how that goes, Jonathan? So you'd rather be back online? Huh? No? Then turn around. Quit complaining. So first, Jonathan, I want you to start thinking about these things. Okay, so what was the first one?
Pretend that you can choose one gift that will be given to every child in the world. What gift will you choose? Why?
You can give one gift.
Yes. Wait. Pretend that you can choose what one gift that will be, yeah.
That's weird. I already have mine in my head.
Oh, I thought of you when I was writing this last night.
Well, I guess it's this one.
One gift to every child that will be given. to
I've seen a
everyone.
lot of children play Xbox, so it counts.
Well, on a worldwide perspective, there's a lot of countries that are like in poverty and stuff, so like, they're, well, you know, like some countries, like they don't have enough food to eat and stuff like that.
Yeah, and so that's why you're trying to think globally,
Yeah,
because like, you know, Xbox is great, but if you don't have electricity,
right.
or you don't have an internet connection, right, then it's not gonna do you a lot of good to get an
Kind of
Xbox.
useless.
Yeah, I
But
didn't think about that.
Yeah, so you're thinking every child in the world, not every child has it as well as we do, trust me on that, right? Some children are homeless, some people in different countries, they live with basically a dirt floor, right? And just something that they concoct over it, no electricity, no bathing, no running water, right? So you don't have to think about just the ones that are poor or just the ones that are rich. But think of a gift that could really be good for all of them is the goal, okay? So what would it be? Basically,
I'm gonna change, I changed what I'm gonna say.
and I want you to put thought into these, okay? Okay, and what was the other one? Pretend.
Pretend you are one of Santa's elves. Write a journey entirely about your day.
What's
And
a
that-
journal entry?
That's
It's-
like a journal prompt. I usually give you the prompt.
And instead, it's,
Okay, so your journal prompt is you're gonna talk about your day as an elf, right?
if you were one, so.
Right.
And that one's gonna be a
So
bit
tell
hard
me
for
it
me to
again.
do. Huh?
Pretend you,
Pretend you are
an elf,
one of Santa's elves.
one of Santa's elves.
Write a journal entry about your day.
Is it like that, or is it gonna be ES? It goes
Says
to B.
the,
Yeah,
It's ELBES.
gotcha.
Apostrophe. Write a journal entry about your day, period.
Right, your journal entry about your day.
Oh, it's fun. Oh.
Alright, so are you listening, Jonathan? Jonathan, what are the prompts about? I know it's harder for the reading, but that's why you particularly have to listen, okay? So what did we just say these are about? Look me in the eyeballs and tell me what I just wrote. If you listen, then you don't have to read it, okay? What do they say the prompts are about?
Present of a child.
Yeah, what if you could give one present to every child in the world, what would it be and why would you pick that? And the second one is pretend you're one of Santa's elves for a day, and you're gonna write about what your day would look like. Right? So, do elves eat? Do they sleep? What kind of jobs do you think they do, right? Think about the day in the life of an elf, and after y'all watched that movie yesterday, that should be helpful in your thought process.
Yeah.
Okay, I can have John help you when he gets here, but you need your ideas in your head, okay? So I want you to really think about those two things, and he'll be here in less than 15, okay? Alright, if you seriously need me, I can help, but I would rather, what I can do is come, what? I don't know, I'll come in some parts of this and see how you're all doing, okay, and see if you need my help, alright? You go.
What?
This was weird.
Okay.
I was just like, what is happening? How come you didn't ride the bus with us yesterday? Did you decide to go somewhere else?
I had to take a later bus because I was using the bathroom. Bad timing, I suppose.
I guess.
I was literally walking to the bus stop and I saw you guys getting on the bus. And I knew I had to wait like a half hour for the next one.
What does this question even mean? I'm confused.
Oh, which one?
number 4, it's defining your disability part 2.
Oh, I'm doing it. Is that what you're doing? Because we're doing the prompts, I think, first.
Okay, well, I mean, she didn't say that we have to do the journal prompts.
Okay.
But she said, just knock out as much work as you can during study time, and that way you have less when you go on break.
Mm-hmm.
What I understood. You good, Tyler?
Yeah.
I hear this like giant like bang like you fell out of the chair or something.
No.
What? That was some gross fart yesterday. Who do you think it was?
Oh yeah.
Jonathan? Oh my goodness.
He was all laughing about it and stuff.
Right. Well, that doesn't mean he did it though.
Okay.
Maybe he just found it funny. Stefan?
No, I was pointing at Devin.
What about me?
Oh. Devin.
I didn't do anything.
I don't think it really matters.
Those are my own bus.
What's yesterday is yesterday, but still.
Yeah.
Oof.
Could have been anyone. I'm gonna do a whole investigation.
Yeah.
Be funny though if we did.
I know that was pretty gnarly. Oh. John was like, oh my gosh. We're doing both
Working.
working and working quietly. Jonathan! Why are you trying to trick Tyler?
How do you spell build?
B-U-I-L-D.
Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
we're done, do we just turn in the general box?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, didn't.
Well, actually, Sherry says she wants to look at it first.
Or John, like, or at least like look at it and go over with you,
Yeah.
and not just turn it in.
Okay, never
Kind
mind
of
then.
thing.
Then I will go on to the disabilities thing. You're telling me?
Part two of Epic Rock.
Double check.
Oh, that's weird.
Woo!
Would you like to check my
I
my
would.
props?
I truly would.
I actually thought about my second one. I actually thought about it, but this is my first one. So
Sorry. Okay.
Yeah. Alright.
That's very nice. The only thing I would say here is so I'm seeing a lot of then, okay. Then we would get ready to start making toys and sweet candy. Then, when we had time to ourselves, we would have fun by playing outside, by doing lots of stuff. What?
Like snowball fights or building a snowman in the snow. At the end of our break, we would help Santa with feeding the reindeer and making sure his sleigh was ready for him when he needed it.
Okay, so turn sleigh, it's S-L-E-I-G-H.
Oh, S-L-E.
E-I-G-H. Get rid of that Y. Okay, so I wanna get rid of some of these
What
and
is-
then, especially can you start a sentence with and? Can you start a sentence with the word and?
No.
That's a continuation of another sentence, right? So let's just read this together. I like what you're writing, I'm just trying to help you on the way you write it, okay?
Mhm.
Start my day by making my bed, having breakfast with my health friends. Then I will get ready to start making toys and sweet candy.
Then,
But yeah, I'll put a period. Capitalize the W. Capital. When we had time to ourselves, we would have fun by playing outside.
Sherry,
Yeah,
I need help with the German law.
okay, let me finish here and I'll come right to you, okay?
Okay,
All right, when we had, good job asking for help.
thanks.
When we had time to ourselves, we would have fun by playing outside.
by doing.
Let's take out, after outside, take off everything to snowball. So take away by doing lots of stuff like,
Okay.
okay? So how about having snowball fights? Where do you need a space? Okay. Snowball fights, or building a snowman in the snow. Period. Get rid of and, capitalize at. That's it, getting done at the end of our break, we have helped Santa feeding reindeer, making sure his sleigh was ready for him. I would check on Mrs. Claus, so Mrs., you need a period after the S, after the S. To see how Susan and her friend could, at the end of the day, I would get ready for a good night's rest. Beautiful. Good job.
Would you like me to turn it in and send it to you?
You may turn that in. All right, then.
I need help with the second question.
Can you move this over so I can see?
Yes.
Okay, and then maybe tilt this towards me so I can see too.
I would be very glad to be able to
I actually love that. I love that.
Yeah.
And anybody could use that, right? Especially the ones that aren't feeling so loved. They could feel more loved, or if they're not feeling as happy, they could feel more happier. If they're feeling like they really needed a hug, they could get a hug, right? That's awesome. Okay, I love it. What do you need help with?
The
Second one? Okay. So, like you watched Elf yesterday,
Yeah.
right? So think about what your day would look like if you were an elf. You know, you get out of bed, how's your day go? Okay, so you can think of the kind of things they did, or you could even put in ones of your own. So what do you think an elf's day would look like? Put yourself in that person.
Be very nice.
Yeah, but what kind of jobs would you do? What do you think an elf does?
Make all the toys for
They make toys, what else do they do?
wrap up presents.
Yeah, wrap the presents. how do they get on the sleigh? How do all the presents get on the sleigh?
And then,
They load them up when they're done, right?
yeah.
They make them, they wrap them, they load them. What else do? What things would you have to take care of? If you're at Santa's workshop, right, where all the elves live, so you live there too, right, so there'd be those kind of things to take care of. Are there any pets or animals?
Any kind of animals that are really friendly.
Well, what ones, drive Santa's sleigh?
Deer.
Reindeer, yeah,
Reindeer.
reindeer, so, I don't know, do they need food, do they need walks, do they need any maintenance, like their hooves or anything like that? Just thoughts, right?
Right.
And then, I mean, you still need to eat, right? You still need to get ready, this
It's
sort of thing.
John.
I
Right.
thought you got a
So
badge.
think about
like
your
that.
regular day that you have, but as an elf. Okay, so they don't go to elf school, you wouldn't have to do
I
homework.
do.
Hey, John.
Hey.
John.
Good morning.
Miss Sherry, is it okay if John helps me with the disability part two?
I'm gonna have him work with Jonathan for a little bit though too.
Okay, I can wait for help then.
We'll get what you can first, and then we'll help you from there.
Okay, can I skip number 4 then, because I don't quite understand it? But I could do number
Okay?
5.
Think of those things,
Okay.
alright?
I don't quite get under, number 4.
Should I go over this with you all?
Yes, please.
For the, okay, so defining your disability, okay? So, from the top here, it says, what accommodations would you need in college? If you're to go to college, and you can think about maybe the accommodations you've gotten in school from here, right? If you needed to have extra time to do your assignments, or do you need to sit in a certain place because of your vision, or because you can't be distracted?
So pretty much is asking like our weaknesses or what we need help with?
Not your weaknesses, but what do you need help with in order to be successful in a school or college setting?
Okay.
Okay, and then the other one is, what would you need to be successful in a workplace setting? Right, we talked about maybe you need a chart to follow, maybe you need, different things. So think of the things that you need help with to be successful. Right, does it help to have someone sit with you and work with you?
Yes, occasionally, yeah.
Yeah, so sometimes I need that. Do you
So-
need things explained more than once? Do you need, just think about your personal self, and to be successful in academics, right, what do you need? In your personal self, what do you think you would need to be successful in a job?
And number 5 is asking, describe how your disability may affect your work performance. That one should be easy for me to
Do
answer.
I think so? Okay.
Thank you for helping me.
You're
I think I got it from you.
Okay.
Although I did have.
I'll let you know if I need help.
Okay. Okay, so you opened nothing, Jonathan? Dude.
What?
Okay, let's see this, you're not even in the assignment part. See classwork right here? That's where you go to the assignments, okay? So these are your 2 assignments this week, that's your 2 journal prompts, and that's for the.
It would be this right here, number 4.
Okay, so you pick the hardest one first. You wanna do your journal prompts first, you wanna do this one first? So go back and open your other one instead. Cause this one will get you more excited to get you going, so go to this one.
So the question is, what accommodations would you need, right?
So what did you think about that? Your first thing says, if you were to
So
give
the,
one
what is your
present
interpretation
to
of the
every
question?
child in the world, what would it be and why?
So for me, the accommodation would be,
Think worldwide, every kid, right? Some are rich, some are poor, some are young,
so
some
you
are
know,
old.
people with
What would be a
disabilities, some
perfect
need
gift
more
to give
accommodations than others.
every one of them?
For
Oh,
example,
like help?
help,
What
yeah.
kind?
Okay.
What kind of?
So is there any like special help you would need?
present do you think will be a good present? So, you know where I'm gonna, you know,
Okay, yeah.
we already did some, financial stuff, and those are basically, you heard the prompts in your class, that you
Yeah.
already, I'm sure.
Uh-huh.
And then they're also doing that part two of the, defining your disability.
Okay, yeah.
So, I was trying to help, these two are going pretty good, he is gonna want some help, right, he's gonna get some work done first.
Okay.
Just some, but I appreciate any help.
Okay,
For sure, yeah.
this morning go fine?
Huh?
Did this
Oh,
morning go fine?
yeah, that's good. Yeah, we already did the journal prompts and everything, and, so I'm pretty familiar with everything already, so
Yeah, I'm just trying to get the ideas out and help them to get them down, you know?
Yeah.
I was trying, I told him I gotta get a little bit of time in the office. So
Yeah.
were you helping here?
I helped him, but he's gonna write it, and then we'll go back to him later and see what he got.
Okay.
Cause I was gonna ask what does it mean by number 6, the questions, like.
Okay, so if
Sounds
you're
like
to have
pretend
a
you're
job,
Mhm.
what kind of things
Pretend
do you need to help you be successful?
all the children
We talked about, right, like sometimes
Right.
people need to be shown how to do the
Pretend
job.
you're giving them a
Some
gift.
people need to
Right.
be told no.
All the
Some
children
people
in
need
the
a
world
list
have
of what
toys.
they're cleaning with, so they have
What
something
they-
to check
what the
out,
kids
so that
like.
you more independent instead of going, alright, I did it, what comes next, what comes next, what comes next, right? So a lot of times people, that helps them.
Right.
Learning how to get to different places, maybe, setting your alarm, remembering to bring what you need to work with you. Or things that you need other people to help you with for you to be able to do it successfully. Okay, does that give you some sense, right?
What kind of toys do you think kids like?
Okay, alright?
Yeah.
Okay. Good, good. And it looks like we're getting much paper over here.
You're watching me?
Well, I walked by and saw your writing and
Oh,
your,
yeah.
and
I
you
took-
also seemed really, you're like,
Yeah, I'm a fast typer now.
I know you are.
I went into a lot of detail.
I see that. Don't you read it or you did?
Maybe when I'm done, I can.
Okay. Alrighty.
Okay, so communicate. And having trouble thinking about it. Can you share that?
Alright, you have 20 minutes until your break, alright? You all got this. Look.
Okay.
Learn.
So you're communicating, right? Okay, so let's think about all the kids on the whole planet. What kind of toys would they like? Is there like a favorite toy that you played with when you were a kid?
I guess since if you're heading that way, there would be. You know what I mean?
Is there anything fun that you liked to do when you were a kid? Like, what did you do to have fun as a kid? Did you ride bikes?
Oh,
Did you ride bikes? Is a bike a fun thing?
yeah.
Okay, so pretend that you can choose to give a gift to all the kids in the whole world. What gift would you give them?
That's not really like,
Would you do a bike? Huh? Yeah? A bike? Yeah? What are you gonna say? What are you gonna say? But why a bike though?
That's fun.
It's fun. There you go. You came up with your own answer there. Good. So right. So you're gonna write a bike because it's fun. A bike. Can you write that? Capital. Oh, you have to do shift. There's no caps, is there? Shift. Bike. B. B. Shift. Hold down the shift button. Hold it down. B. Okay, now let go of the shift. There you go. You wanna smell bike?
e-bikes, great.
Ah,
E-bike. Yeah, shit. E-bike, yeah. That's not, backspace. E-bike. Now, but now you wanna tell why, right? So because. Here, let me go get a paper. You're good.
ah,
What?
What?
Nathan, what I'm working on today is for you. And it's this long, 17 pages.
Alright, let's hear it.
Well, when you're applying for social security, they send the teacher one of these every time. It's lots and lots of stuff. But know that when I do these, I'm gonna write things a little more severe, because I'm trying to help you get qualified, right? So, that's what I'm gonna be trying to work on, so my goal is to have this sent before our break, and it really is a lot of records and stuff.
Oh, they even sent one to Miss Sherry. Interesting.
Put on my coat while I.
How to be to you.
I don't think I'm
Just
trying to
just type it out and then we'll fix it after you're done. Where did you just finish the sentence? Okay. Comma?
I'm stuck on number 6.
Ah. You're fine. Oh, wait, where you're small at? You're okay. Yeah. Space. Okay. So the word because, right here. Let's click on it. You see that's how they spell because, huh? So click. There you go. It's, so you got a grammar issue here. So you put a little blue line here. There you go, put right click. Right click is right here. You hover over. Right click. Okay. Click on that. Click on that. There you go. There you go. That guy, fight because it's funny. Okay. What do you put at the end of the sentence? Backspace first though.
You've been.
Backspace. No. This is space, this is backspace. Backspace. Again. Okay. Go ahead. Okay. Now, pretend you are Santa's elf. Write a journal about entry about your day. What would you do if you were Santa's elf? What would you do?
There's a recycle back there? Okay.
If you were an elf, right? You know Santa's workshop? You know Jonathan? You know Santa Claus?
Okay.
Right? You know Santa Claus?
It might have been the people that use those
Santa Claus
computers
has a bunch
sometimes.
of elves that work in his workshop, right? And they all build toys and stuff like that. So. You know what I mean? Are you awake? You falling asleep? I mean. Okay. Okay, so you're gonna pretend you're one of Santa's elves. Okay? If you were Santa's elf, what would you do all day?
Why am I stuck on number 6?
What would you do all day if you were working at Santa's toy shop? What would you do?
John?
Just give me 1 second.
Okay.
Would you make toys?
Right.
Okay.
Like coffee.
So. What else would you do? You'd make toys. If you're at Santa's workshop. What's in Santa's workshop? Is a bunch of sweets?
Heck yeah.
Like, what kind of sweets do you think?
Hey.
Candy and cookies? So, you would make toys and eat cookies? Sorry, Stefan, I'll help you in a second, okay?
No, take your time. I just want to get this last question done for you. Right.
Ah.
Are you
Nathan, you okay?
Are you okay?
My fingers didn't want to work because I touched my water bottle because I got water and then they were kind of tingly, so they kind of cramped up a little bit.
Oh, okay.
So I was like, it was funny, but I got it.
Okay. Alright. What's up, Stefan?
Hello.
What do you need help
It was
with?
funny.
I'm on this question and I don't understand it.
What accommodation would you need at work? Oh. So, accommodations is another word for help, right?
Oh.
So, let's say if you have a disability and you are working at a place, okay?
I would
so
say I-
there's certain things that you need to do your job better.
I just need someone to explain something to me.
Okay. Okay. So another way you can say that is that I would need someone to explain the tasks.
Mm-hmm.
Or how about I would need someone to explain steps?
Is that how you spell explain?
Explain is it's P-L-A-I-N actually. Yeah.
Almost. To explain.
The
No,
steps?
wait.
Which is 1.
Okay,
How about the steps to the job, right? Or my job. Steps to my job. Okay?
Hmm.
So another explanation for accommodations. Everybody's disability is different, right? Some
I have
people
a moving problem. Like
Okay.
right now, I'm trying
Yeah.
to stop rocking still.
So what helps you to stay still?
normally when I'm focused on something, I stay still.
Okay.
So, let's just
We'll
say.
see here. So let's, example of an accommodation would be, pretend you were blind, right? Pretend. And then you went to get a job. They would have to provide you Braille.
What's that?
It's like a thing, it's like, words on a, when you're blind, you can't read, right? So you have to feel the words.
Okay.
So that'd be an accommodation, right? So it's gonna be based on what you need.
And since I get so, I focus on things to keep myself from not moving as much. So,
You can write that. That's something you have to work on. Is reminding yourself.
I'm trying to figure out how to word it.
Another good idea would be to have like a list of reminders, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh, there you go. Like that.
It doesn't. You don't have to have a comma there. Yeah, just paragraph. So maybe you want to expand on that. Maybe period. So what are things that you need to remind yourself about?
Reminders.
So you said one specific thing was stay still, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Ah. Ah.
And then add some. Think of a couple more. And then.
Okay.
My journal.
Where's your break? You got a break?
5 minutes.
Oh, 5 minutes. I don't have a
Okay,
clock.
yeah.
10, 10, at 10.
That's so funny.
It's such a weird thing.
Yeah.
Pretend you are one of Santa's elves. Red journal. Ride the reindeer.
Alright.
The
There you go. Alright. I did it. I'm just waiting for you, John. I put 3 things actually.
Good. That's awesome.
I just have to wait for you to check it and I'll send it to you.
Good job. Okay. I would wrap presents. Thing is, I have to make sure that he has something to do while I'm doing this.
That's fine.
Just sit there.
I said I would need someone to explain the steps to the job. I would need a list of reminders to stay still and a list of tasks of work for me to do and to bring lunch. Because I might forget my lunch.
So I would say, so and doesn't need to be capitalized, right?
There we go.
And then a list of tasks, so you wanna put an S in there, tasks.
I've had it here all morning.
Okay, there you go.
You only have like 1 minute of
Okay, oh, well, I'm back. Oh, no, you got it, you got it. Add a list of tasks.
Jonathan.
Of work for me to do. Or I could just take out work and just put tasks.
How about a
and-
list of, I would stay still and, actually, you're writing a list of reminders, right?
Here, so now he's trying to sneak in here.
So
huh,
I'd say a list
Jonathan?
of reminders.
Because John's not helping him.
Oh, so.
Oh, I wrote some stuff down he needs to write.
So I just,
Jonathan, are you done writing what I told you to write?
so I just get rid of all this and keep, I would need a list of reminders.
Who you say, I listed reminders and then,
Nathan says in 1 minute.
to stay still.
Oh.
Well, take your break and we'll work on it after.
Okay, so when we know we have a break in 1 minute, should we go to the restroom on our break, or 1 minute before our break?
On our break.
Go to the bathroom.
Right?
Can you check something real quick? I
Well,
know
I
we're on
finished
break,
both of
but I
them.
would just like it.
What's
to
that?
check.
I finished both of
John
those
helped me,
Good for you.
but
I already looked them up, oh, I
He's
just looked at
not-
disability.
He needs more editing on that for sure, but, he got some ideas there. Yeah.
And what is it that can happen?
Man.
It can still happen. What is it?
well, it's moving around.
That's one thing, okay. And so how can we help, or how can you help? Try and take a break, okay? Don't go on ahead. Take a little break and then you can come back fresh, okay? So everybody take your chin, okay? It's important that you get up and stretch
Some
and
dramatic.
give your mind a little break, okay?
Okay, thank you, Sherry.
You're welcome. So if anyone wants their phones or anything, this is the time. It's right now on lunchtime.
Lunch.
Well, one of the times where you get to have your phone. It's right now for this 10 and lunchtime. Andrew, you hear that?
Ah!
Run for the phone, run for the phone. You got 10 minutes.
You get to look at your phone, wow.
Run for the phone, run for the phone.
This every time. Every time I try. Tyler,
Oh my goodness.
every time
Can I see like a jacket, John?
Uh-huh.
no.
Hello, Jonathan.
God.
Oh, nice. I love that pocket. I have that pocket on my jacket.
Do you smell something?
Do you have inside pockets too?
It is there.
Oh, good. You have you have pockets on inside.
No
here.
lecture right now.
Oh yeah, you need to be masked, buddy.
Every time I just do this.
I'm
You're wrong.
You need to stop making a mess, bud.
Wrong,
He-
wrong.
Yeah, he doesn't.
Wrong.
Have you ever check your school email? If you want me to. Which I do want you to. I have to put a bag in that trash.
that a soft good one? Good, so maybe I'll like that one too. Woo! Red. Oh, that's so exciting. It kind of is, I'm playing.
Are you torturing Andrew?
Devin, take a little break. Stand up, walk around for a minute. Are you playing games?
No.
You should get up and walk around, stretch. Your mind works better when you give a little bit of your body a little physical release. Okay? For a few minutes, you're gonna have another whole hour and 10 minutes to work on stuff. It sounds like you're all gonna blow through that work. Whew.
I don't know. He's just silly like that. Huh,
Who's he?
Jonathan?
I think so. Yeah. Okay. Okay. One. Okay.
I do that a lot.
Yeah.
This is the Platts. Can it warm up, please?
Are you okay? Whatever you do not pop that balloon.
But I'm not do that.
I
Pops
won't.
that needs to
I
come
can't promise you Jonathan will, but I will.
Jonathan and I, we cleaned up that, tried to clean it. Those little, the confetti
Yeah.
sticks to the floor. You can't sweep or vacuum.
Oh my gosh.
Was that why you're
I
from the
mean,
closet?
it took us a really long time.
That's crazy. It took you. It's like sticky and it won't come off.
It slays flat on the floor, and when you sweep, it doesn't come up.
You popped the balloon.
And then when you vacuum, it doesn't suck it up. So we had to take the broom and do it like at a certain angle.
Oh my gosh.
Like a chisel, like you had to chisel them off the floor. You had to
That's
scrape them
crazy.
off the floor with the broom, basically.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
What about the vacuum?
The vacuum wouldn't even suck it up.
Even the hose part?
Oh, the hose part works, yeah.
Yeah.
But it was like one at a time, you know? Like,
That's annoying.
yeah.
Do you guess who these are? This is?
Who's it? The punk band.
Just listen for a second.
I don't know who that is.
Oh, maybe I think we talked about these people before. they wear face paint.
Devin's on Google
Yeah,
Maps.
they-
That's awesome.
It's not the Misfits.
It is the
You know what's even better is
What?
Google
Let me
Earth.
See, it's the Misfits, the shiny.
It is? That's the Misfits?
Yeah. The shiny.
Oh, I've never heard of that one.
Oh.
It must be a different singer or something.
Probably, because occasionally they will switch over singers.
They did, yeah. They switched to two singers. Like Danzig was the first singer.
Yeah, for Guns
Whoa.
N' for AC/DC, there was a singer before Bon Scott, but they don't talk about him. Like I
Yeah,
said
'cause
before,
he-
because he was a big, well, jerk.
Well, he wasn't in any of the albums.
No, this was way before they came out with the album. The album came out in '75, I believe.
Yeah.
And that's when they first had Bon. Bon was around when they first made the first album, but there was a singer
It's
before
10:20
him, but
What does that mean?
Means it's time to get back to work.
Yeah. Break
get
is,
back to work, you slime
Break is
dogs.
gonna be over right now, basically.
So small.
Can I help you?
Alright, break's over, guys.
Bro,
I'm
you got
over here.
raspberry. Why is your thing on a napkin?
I don't know. The napkin was just sitting there.
What do you got, John?
Tyler and your gadgets.
What do you got?
Yeah.
You right this? You right there?
Well, you got a rasp bug.
That's Black Flag. That's Black Flag.
What?
Right above.
Oh yeah, that is Black Flag. Razzabug, you got a Razzabug. For a second I was
Yeah.
confused on what you've been talking about. I was like, wait, what?
Yeah.
You're like,
Yeah,
that's
right.
Black Flag. Oh yeah.
But you gotta say I would rap presents, right? So in the English language you have to explain, you can't just write rap presents. You have to write I would rap presents. Right? So you got rap presents, that's good. You gotta write I would.
Yeah.
So put your cursor here. This is what we're working on here. So I would. So I would. Okay.
I was just.
What
And
the
rap isn't capitalized, right? I'll help you with that in a minute, Stefan, okay?
Okay. Take your time.
I would rap presents. Toys make cookies. I would. So you would write I. You forgot the I would part. You gotta write I would make cookies. Here. Put your cursor here. Okay. I would. Space. I would. gotta capitalize the I though, right? That's what this is here, is capitalize I, capital I, okay? I would, what'd you write? You erase would. I would. I would make toys and eat cookies. Put I here. Put I here.
Ah.
It's okay, you're just learning. It's okay. I, capital I. Capital I. Okay. And then that doesn't need to be capitalized, right? So you have to do a small w. Okay. I would laugh and write the right here. Okay, so backspace, backspace. Backspace. Backspace, 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 backspace. Just keep doing it. Push it like 3 times. Put a T there, because you gotta do T. And laugh and ride the reindeer. Okay, let's pretend I would make toys and eat cookies. Okay, so this here, that's not a comma, that's a semicolon. So put your cursor here. Backspace. Comma.
Aye.
Right there. You need a space. Backspace.
Yeah.